On August 28, 2023, a mild disturbance occurred on a winding highway in northwest Nevada. A disturbance which would have been easily forgotten if not for the events that would transpire a week later. A coalition of environmental activists calling themselves Seven Circles blockaded the main highway leading into the Black Rock Desert by parking a 28-foot trailer in the middle of the road. The activists demanded that Burning Man organizers, quote, ban private jets, single-use plastics, unnecessary propane burning, and unlimited generator use per capita at the 9-day event in Black Rock, Nevada. The blockade created bumper-to-bumper traffic, leading to a confrontation with both Burning Man attendees and the Pyramid Lake Rangers. The Rangers, who were part of a tribal law enforcement agency, promptly plowed through the barricade and arrested the protesters while Burning Man attendees stood by and watched. Afterwards, the attendees got in their cars and proceeded to the festival, which has become known for its affluence, wild orgies, and drug use. Until
the Burning Man Festival in the Nevada desert has turned into a soggy mess. The Bureau of Land Management is turning people away due to heavy rains that force street closures. Organizers are telling people there to conserve water, food, and fuel as they shelter in place. More rain is expected. The festival.
Burning Man began in the late 1980s when a group of counterculture and social revolutionary artists began burning effigies as an act of radical self-expression. In the intervening years, the event has grown from a small group of bohemians to becoming the premier destination for social media influencers, celebrities, and the elite. The attendees gather to partake in art, sex orgies, and drug use. The event culminates in a burning of a large wooden effigy known as the Man, which has become a ritual offering to the radical act of self-expression. The concept of radical self-expression comes from the collapse of the counterculture movement in the 1970s. In his documentary, The Century of Self, the filmmaker Adam Curtis notes that the political radicals became fed up with the counterculture movements and instead decided to express their anger at the system through art. Capitalism observed the transition between politics and art and began selling people a greater variety of products, which allowed individuals to express themselves through consumption. And for the last 4 decades, 3 generations have grown up in an environment where radical self-expression has become the de facto form of conformity. An entire industrial edifice has been constructed to support this new form of radical self-expression. In an age where the collective political action feels less and less meaningful, expressions of individual radical thoughts are everywhere. You can be radically male, female, fat, thin, fit, white, black, bi, gay. Identity is the new commodity to which you conform through radical self-expression.
I'm Cody, pronouns em, ers, or zem, zers, or really any neo-pronouns that aren't ze, her, hers. White, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
And in the meantime, our planet burns, the oceans warm, entire species go extinct as we focus ever more inward, incapable of confronting the existential challenges in front of us. In essence, we have become the Burning Man, standing alone, frozen by passivity as our inaction burns us to ashes.
Reverence the sacrifice.
Because the truth is withered away from the sons of men.
One of the many strange synchronicities surrounding this event is the oddly prescient article published on the official Burning Man website nearly a year before the event. The article, titled 2023 Art Theme Animalia, depicts the image of animals seemingly suspended in water, as if drowning, bathed in blue light. On August 31st, a rare blue supermoon appeared in the night sky. In Western astrology, the moon takes approximately 2 to 3 days to transition through each of the 12 zodiac signs. making it the fastest celestial body to move from one sign to the next. The super blue moon was transiting through the sign of Pisces, ruled by the planet Neptune, named after the Roman god of the sea appropriated from the Greek god Poseidon. In Western astrology, the physical attributes of a planet inform its archetypal characteristics. The planet Neptune lacks a solid surface. Instead, its atmosphere is predominantly composed of hydrogen, helium, and methane, with its gaseous layer gradually transitioning into water, then ice, as one descends deeper into its core. Therefore, Neptune's domain encompasses everything liquid, including water, oceans, rivers, and even alcohol. Neptune was frequently celebrated as a god of festivals. The ancient Romans venerated him with a festival aptly titled Neptunalia. Participants would burn sacrifices and celebrate him for his ability to provide abundance, particularly in the form of rain for crops and safe passage for sailors on dangerous sea journeys. And yet Neptune is also closely tied to Poseidon, the Greek god of storms and earthquakes. The destruction of the Burning Man festival by water conjures up images of an angry Poseidon, displeased by the blatant indulgence of the event, rejecting the offering before it's even made. No effigies would burn for the sake of an empty ritual born of consumerism, status, and indulgence. In a year when we have witnessed an excessive amount of wildfires, the message is clear. We have sacrificed enough, both in terms of animals and the planet we collectively destroyed. The storm served as a metaphor, reminding us that we cannot evade the watchful eyes of nature or the consequences of our actions. On September 1st, 2023, heavy rainfall and flash flooding hit Nevada as the moon transited through the water sign of Pisces. The festival site was hit by 0.8 inches of rain from the long tail of Tropical Storm Hillary, which battered the West Coast just a week prior. 3 months worth of rain fell in the span of 24 hours. With the traffic to and from the festival closed, the organizers told festival goers to conserve food and water. 73,000 attendees were trapped in the playa. The weather forced the cancellation of the traditional effigy burning. After the rain flooded and destroyed the campgrounds, an ominous double rainbow appeared over the remains of the festival. The floods came after a summer of wildfires, storms, droughts, and an increased frequency of animal attacks.
3 orcas hit a sailing yacht. They sunk it, and researchers don't really know why this is happening.
Video of killer whales seen attacking small and large boats off the coast of Spain. There have been an increase in these encounters, and some wonder why.
This event is one of a myriad of canaries in the coal mine, reminding us that something is very wrong with the world, and we cannot continue to ignore it any longer. And yet, there's a bright spot. This year, during the first Republican debate, the candidate Vivek Ramaswamy was booed after calling climate change a hoax.
The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax.
Astrology reminds me that we are all children of a single sun, and we have more in common than we realize. The only way that we can combat these issues is if we come together with a radical collective action instead of a radical self-expression. I'm going to link a few resources below in this video so you can look up and research and start a dialogue with your friends, family, and co-workers about renewable energy, nuclear, things of that nature. If you like this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We are a growing channel. My name is Black Sheep, and this is The Cosmic Everything. Peace.